Hello everyone, welcome once again to this online class. In this video we shall discuss about measuring distance on the map. How distance is measured on the topographical map. So distance is the space between 2 points. We know that to measure distance, 2 points has to be taken from one point to other point on the map and on the ground. So that is, the scale will be given on the map, but how to calculate? By looking at the map, by taking out the distance, what is the actual distance on the ground. So in India we have the metric system. Metric system means 1 centimeter is equal to 2 kilometers or 2 centimeters is equal to 1 kilometer, that is metric system. Then distance is measured in kilometers, meters or centimeters. So on the map it will be given as centimeters. On the map it will be given as centimeters, and that has to be converted into kilometers. There are 1000 meters in 1 kilometer and 100 centimeter in 1 meter. I think you know that 1000 meter is equal to 1 kilometer and 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. So there are two ways of measuring distance, that is direct distance and indirect distance. In the direct distance, you could see, before that we need to know about the scale of the map. Scale is always 2 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. So on the topo sheet, 2 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. What is scale? We have discussed. Scale means the ratio between the distance of the ratio between 2 points on the map and on the actual ground. And the RF of the scale is always 1:50,000 centimeter. That means 1 centimeter on the map will be having 50,000 centimeter on the ground. So that is means to say that. So scale is a ratio between the distance on the map and on the ground, and the unit should be same. The unit is 1 centimeter is equal to 50,000, means to say that on the map it is 1 centimeter and on the ground it is 50,000 centimeter. So now let us see how the direct method is calculated and indirect method is calculated. In direct method, scale and then calculation. With the help of scale it is done and then calculation is followed. Suppose there is an example in your textbook, it is given as direct method, or it is also known as a straight method, or as the crow flies. This crow will fly from one point to the other point straight, right? Means it will sit to the point from one point to other point if it flies, then, or straight it can be called as, but it is also known as direct method. Here two villages are given, you can see Gulabganj and Pithapura. So when we are asked to measure the direct distance from 2 points, that is from Gulabganj and from Pithapura, how to measure it? So this is Gulabganj, these are the settlements. From here to here you need to calculate, right? So from Gulabganj to Pithapura. So how to calculate? Directly take scale, mark a point from the center of the settlement, measure it. Suppose it is coming 5 kilometers. It is coming 5 centimeter. Not kilometer, it is centimeter. So this 5 centimeter has to be divided by 2. Why it has to be divided by 2? Because it is having 2 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. So that has to be divided by 2. So this is 5 centimeter. So 5 divided by 2 will be 2.5 kilometer. The distance from Gulabganj to Pithapura is 2.5 kilometer. Very simple. You can see with the help of scale only you have to calculate directly from the settlement, that is Gulabganj to Pithapura. I hope direct method is clear. Now coming towards the indirect method, you can see coming towards the indirect method, that is done with the help of a paper strip. It is done with the paper strip also can be done, or with the help of a thread. Most convenient one is with the help of thread. Let me read out what all the things are important. Take a strip of paper and put its edge on the starting point and mark it on the paper. Follow the curve with the string and again mark the end point. Now place the paper string on the linear scale and calculate the distance. In case you have no scale, so by this indirect method with the help of paper, it can be calculated, because linear scale will be given as the accurate distance, and the paper there you can measure spreading along with the every curve or each curve to the end point. That has to be again calculated with the linear scale. But we will be discussing about with the help of thread how these 2 points, point A and point B, with the help of thread it has to be calculated. See here, three things are very important in direct distance or indirect method. First thread, second is the scale, and then calculation. So remember, first you need to take thread and then it has to be used scale, and then calculation has to be done. Okay, so you can see with the help of thread, take a piece of thread, put a knot on one end, place the knotted end at the starting point and move along the curve the river along with the thread. This is I have drawn metal road. It's not river. It's given misprinting over the picture over there. Measure distance on a curved road. It is actually not as a road. It is having the river. Then you can see. Okay, all these things I understood that. So from here, point A to point B, how to calculate? Take a thread. Thread has to be spread over here, the beginning point. The beginning point thread has to be spread, and this, suppose it is thread, I don't have thread, but I'll just make you to understand how the thread has to be done. Beginning point of the thread, spread it out, and along this road you need to spread the thread, not at once but side by side along with your, use the finger of both the hands, spread it, then press over the thread, again press it over your left hand, then again press it over here, then again along with it again press it to the left hand, and then here you could see the curve is there. So very carefully spreading over the thread, and again you need to calculate to the last point that is marked by you. Is it clear? So likewise thread has to be spread, and here as the last point comes on the thread, you mark with the pen. On the thread you should mark with the pen, so that you know this is the ending point, and the beginning point already you have the beginning point of the thread. So this has to be now measured with the scale. So how much you have measured from the starting point of A to the ending point of B, that distance of the thread has to be spread on the scale. That has to be spread on the scale, and how much it is coming has to be calculated. This is the way. Is it clear? Suppose it is coming 15 centimeter. This is coming after thread you have worked out and you calculated, and it is coming out 15 centimeter. It is coming out 15 centimeter. You can see 15 centimeter is there. So this has to be divided by 2. So it will come 7.5 kilometer. So that's all. Very easy. So in the direct method with the help of scale and the calculation is same, and indirect method with the help of thread, scale and the calculation. I hope you have understood the concept regarding how to measure distance on the topo sheet. These are two ways of measuring distance on the topo sheet. Thank you for watching this video so patiently. Any doubt, any queries are there, please do ask in WhatsApp. Have a nice day.